Much. Meanwhile, joining us here in our New York studio is Laura Ingraham. She's Fox News contributor and the editor-in-chief of LifeZette. So what do you think about what's going on over there?
Well, we in the United States, I think, are taking a moment to rethink how we approach just fundamental issues of border control, controlling those who come into the United States on visas, understanding that political correctness can sometimes kill. I mean, when I say kill, sometimes people are afraid to say something, even if they see something. Remember the reports?
Sometimes the whole country is on pins and needles on a daily basis.
Because being accused of Islamophobia is actually worse than plotting a terror attack in some circles. Remember the reports that the neighbors of the San Bernardino attackers had seen some unusual activity. We don't know to the extent that they shared that information with authorities. It looks like they didn't.
Because they didn't want to be labeled racist.
And I think, again, people jump to the Islamophobia or you're racist or you're anti-woman, and this is just common sense, pragmatism. What are we doing right now to examine our priorities of admission into the country, tracking those people who come into the country from predominantly Muslim countries or countries that have porous borders? Are we doing what the 9/11 Commission actually recommended? Entry-exit fingerprints. We're not doing that.
Nope.
We never die. I mean, we were just talking out in the hallway here. People forget, those towers in Lower Manhattan are no longer here. We lost the World Trade Centers, and we're still talking about this. And it doesn't mean we should turn ourselves into a police state. It means that we should control our borders and be ever more vigilant about who comes into this country. We allow over 100,000...
You sound like Donald Trump. He said the same thing 40 minutes ago.
So when we're talking about, well, we're going to put detectors so people aren't going to be able to walk into the terminals. They do that in Moscow, by the way. Remember the Moscow attack several years ago? Before we turn ourselves into a police state, which we should not do, we should do the basics that we're not doing. We're waving people across the border right now.